Hello everybody and welcome back to Bolly Bridge. We are very close to finishing Ancient Ruins here. We have 2 more left to go. The first one being the 24-meter low-budget overpass. We have $30,000. We have to get this bus from one side to the other. So, judging by the tools that we have here, we have not been given any hydraulics of any kind. So, it looks like we have to build ourselves an arch. The good old-fashioned arch that we've been using for a little while now. I don't know if we want to go too high. I think we've got to make it tall enough. Let's turn off grid real quick. That it makes a very tense bridge that's going to be able to hold itself up. But then also not too high that it becomes, like, massively unstable. That, to me, looks kind of a little bit uneven, but mostly okay. Kind of. Let's, like, move this in a little bit, make it a bit more of an oval. Of course, one thing we do have to worry about is this guy being able to get up initially. Let's, like, give it just a quick test run. Alright, let's build triangles. And then let's see if the triangles have enough, like, tension within them to hold up the entire bridge. Hopefully they will. If they don't, what I'm thinking is maybe we could put a little bit of support here. It would have to be made entirely out of wood. We can't really go all the way around the bottom. Actually, I guess we could. We should be able to get a full, like, triangular system on the underneath of the bridge without interfering with the boat that's going to come through. But we will see. We will see. I think we're going to have to tweak most of this kind of like that to get this to connect up at the top here. Come on, just kind of... I don't think that's going to be a very easy one to connect. Let's start on this side and maybe move our way up. I think we're going to have to do it something like this, which I believe is going to weaken the stress a little bit, but should maybe work. I did remap the controls, but they're still a little bit iffy. I'm not 100% used to the new ones yet. The old controls, I played with them just so much. It's so hard to get out of an old habit. So, can we make that connect? Oh, not quite, not quite. Let's see if we can, like, lower these and push them just a little bit. I think we're only... There we go. Alright, place your bets now. Is it going to work? It stands. It does not hold the bridge. The bus. The bus does not make it anywhere near close. Let's try lowering this a little bit. Makes it a bit more wobbly. A little less tense. Okay. That didn't really work. Alright, let's give it a little bit of an underneath triangular section. We've got quite a bit of money. We're only at 22,000 out of our 30,000. So I'm going to try and give it this, like, little reverse triangle action. And then maybe, just maybe, this will give it enough, like, under tension support? I don't know what to call it. But maybe I'll give it enough support on the underside to not fall over here when the bridge starts moving. Hopefully the tension on this part of the bridge will be spread out with the rest of the bridge. And it shouldn't collapse. That's the plan. Whether or not it works. We are over budget now, which is something we have to watch out on. Whether or not that works is a different question entirely. And that's like a really not much of an arch underneath there. Can we, like... Oh, jeez. We want to make this as tense as possible. Okay. It looks a little stronger. Oh, it is a little stronger. Oh, it works. No, it doesn't. Oh, what is that? I think this is a little weak over here. Can we, like, strengthen this somehow? The road is just ever so slightly a bit too weak. And also, we're a little bit over budget. So, being able to, like, maybe bring these in a little bit. We'd have to bring them in quite a bit in order to save any reasonable amount of money. We're like 1,000 over budget right now. I think what's happened is the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, these ones are kind of on a slant, while this one is kind of 100% not on a slant. So let's try slanting these triangles just a little bit, and then we'll try and unslant some of the triangles on the other side, and maybe, just maybe, this is a very slight adjustment, but maybe, just maybe, that might be good enough. So let's give it a try. We'll work on... Don't break, don't break, don't break. Oh, I didn't break, it broke. Oh, come on. We'll work on... Let me tension this out. It might be just here. We'll work on reducing the cost in a second. Oh, what has changed? Is it like down here? Was this tenseness mandatory? It doesn't like there's any tension at all down here or any stress. No, it looks like it's almost entirely on the top side. Like if I was to get rid of this, I think the bridge would break in almost the same position. Maybe. No, okay. I am completely and utterly 100% wrong. This bit is integral to the bridge's success. So, if that's necessary, let's try pumping all these out again. Does that allow the bridge to get back over to kind of like here before it breaks? Right. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to try a slightly lower bridge. It's going to be exactly the same. Kind of. It's still going to be like an arch. But it's going to be a bit of a lower arch. It's going to be one that kind of just makes it over the bridge here. Which is either going to be a great idea or a terrible one. Much like all of my decisions when it comes to Polybridge. I'm hoping that by lowering it ever so slightly, we reduce the amount of stress when the bus is really high up. And then, oh, that looks like a... it looks like it might work, but also we kind of give up that ability to make those triangles on the underneath. So let's do the triangles again. Okay, I'm not very sure about this, but we're going to give it a... It didn't even come close to working. So, we're going to go with the bottom triangles. I'm going to try and sneak this under to where it's going to make it like this, and that's going to be real close to hitting the boat. But I'm hoping that's going to be just high enough to not get hit and to give it that extra bit of support in the middle. Because I think if we didn't put these beams in the middle, it would just completely not work. The whole like triangle system would just be useless. So let's try this again. Let's go with the maximum all the way up, like as far as we can. Like that. And let's see how it doesn't work. Okay, let's give it a bit more of a build, like a run up here, so the bus can kind of make its way up. It wobbles a little too much for my liking. This bus is the worst bus in the whole entire world. There you go. You should definitely be able to get up there. I have a come on now. I have a feeling that this is going to break real quick over here. That bump looks, oh, way too much of like a jump. It needs to be a bit more of a steady incline here, because when the bus does that bit of a jump, it kind of puts a lot of pressure on the bridge and it breaks. Now, the bridge is going to break anyway, because it's apparently a terrible bridge. Let's try and make it a little bit more arched maybe on this side. That might allow us to, that might give us a little bit of leeway if it's a bit more of like an arch coming back down again. Because I think when it's not, it kind of loses that tension that we're supposed to have to keep the bridge up. Can we make this longer? No? Okay. I'm not liking the red. And also, I'm surprised we can't, like... Oh, can we... Oh, yep. Okay, we can lift these up. But just not... Oh, I see. We need to, like, move these initial ones further in to give it a little bit more breathing room. There we go. That looks a little tenser. We'll try this, because it seems to be the middle that's, like, not holding up extraordinarily well, and we'll do this. That puts us over budget again, but hey. Again, we're only a little bit over budget, and this bridge looks significantly stronger on this section. Please don't break. Please don't break. I said please. I said please. Let's try this. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking bad. Looking real bad. Oh, let me try like a little bit of a supporting section there. And maybe like that'll work. Somehow, possibly, we're really over budget. Ah, come on. Come on, that goes down a bit too much. Needs to be very, very smooth. Very smooth transition is required for this to work. That looks a lot more arch-shaped than it originally did, which makes me feel better. It's not a very good arch. Okay, the stress is kind of here and here. This seems to do a pretty good job down here. The boat makes it under fine. Oh! Oh, we were so close! We were so close! It's like over here. I can't believe that tiny amount of tweaking on this side actually did anything at all. The boat makes it under. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. Okay. Now, we need to do it without spending so much money. Which is the hard bit. So I'm going to try and lower all of these ever so slightly. Now, I'm just going to try it straight off here. That looks very much so not anywhere near as tense. And I think it's just instantly going to break at this point. Yeah. Okay, so that kind of needs to be very tense up here in order for it to work. Do we need some of these middle parts? We are about to find out. I think that one might be. Okay. That puts us over budget. But does it work? Let's like lower this a little. Let's actually make the same thing like there. And see if that does anything. I kind of like looking at it from this like 2D angle. Let's do like a really little bit of triangle. I know this sounds like a new song. You can't quite make it. Can you make it there? You can. Okay, let's try that. Is that like in anywhere, in any universe strong enough to hold this up? We're a little over budget still, and it's not at all. You'd be amazed what a slight tweak can do, as well as just completely break your bridge. So this kind of looks more like what we had initially. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to be annoyed at this point. Although I think we've already got the points for, like... Oh, that makes me sad inside. I think we've already got the points for, like, completing the bridge. We just need to do it without the whole thing breaking. Which, oh well, without the whole thing breaking and while spending less than $30,000. Which is proving to be a harder challenge than expected. Because apparently we need every single piece of wood that we ever put down to be just long enough that it, like, maximizes the amount of money that we have to spend on it. Okay, I'm going to try something. What if we were to do, like, bigger triangles? Can we do, like... Oh, can we get it to go... Oh, come on now. We can't get that to go over there? Seriously? It's too far away to make it up there? How about if we did it, like, here? Can we make this one... Okay, we can. What about that? Like, how does that work as a triangle? How does that work as a support? Is that any good? Is that absolutely awful? I mean, I get that we've just spent a ton more money than we... Well, we're back up to over budget is what I should say. But if those big triangles work, which they might, like this. If we can get those big triangles to work, we might be in on something. Right now, we're only we're only breaking bridges and killing people. Oh, we're only through $1,000 over budget. Oh, wow. Almost. It breaks over here, which is really no surprise. This is the part that's broken. And this is where we get back up to being ridiculously over budget again, which is not in any way good. And now we're back to just triangles. Oh. Okay, what the heck could we do here that could make this just as strong, but with less money being spent? Maybe, I don't want to say it, but I think we might have to make the bridge again. So I think the fact that it's not enough of an oval is what's causing the issue. So let's try this. Oh my gosh, it worked! We did it! Wow, okay. I apologize for the lack of commentary. I was just going to try something that I had no idea. I didn't think this would at all work, but what the heck? Apparently, all we had to do was just add a second layer of triangles. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know at all about the double triangle trick, but apparently double triangles is stronger than single triangles, and that is what it takes to complete this level. And finally, the last level is an 18-meter double-deck lift. So we've got to get... Oh, this looks... Oh, okay, it looks easy enough, but there is a limited amount of roads. So I'm assuming we have to get... A is going to go to A first, so... And we don't have enough road because we don't have the grid on. And whenever we don't have the grid on, for some reason, we don't have enough road. So let's do that. Then all we need to do, I guess, is just have a bit here that comes up, I guess? Like, something that moves... Ooh, no, I don't like how far out this comes. I guess something that just kind of lifts this road up? Maybe like kind of that one there, have that lift up? Yeah? We'll try. We'll start off, as always, with some triangles like this. And I like the number of anchor points that we have on this one. The number of anchor points give me faith that this should be fairly easy to build. Again, we've got quite a nice budget of $28,000, which should make this fairly easy. I'm surprised those aren't connecting. There we go. All right, let's tensor this out as much as we possibly can. Then let's kind of connect this to this. Does that hold? No. Does this hold? If we kind of give it a little bit of a reinforcement there. It doesn't quite hold. Although we have been given steel, probably for this exact reason. Let's kind of build a bit of something like this, which should give it a bit more support, although not quite enough. And then let's do something like that, and let's get rid of this, and then do something like that, and that, and put the road back, and then something like that, and then maybe that. Okay. Can I hold the car? It is so nice to not be working with a bus, to be working with a car that is actually able to cross. Okay, that works. Oh, that's why we were given one of these. We were given an extra road so that we could put it somewhere like here and not have it fail miserably. So can that car get under? Oh, I think it can. Oh, it can. Cool. And then this guy has to come down, and that road has to not break. So I'm going to replace this with steel. Does that? Let's speed this up. Oh, what? How? What? Oh, it's heavier. The heaviness. The game does not like the heaviness. That should give it a bit more support. Oh, look how sturdy that bridge is now. Okay. That looks so much more sturdy now that we have this support here. This car, hopefully, will not break the bridge. Or, you know, maybe it will. We've got to get it so that he just nicely comes down and is ready to continue. We don't have any more road, do we? No, we've got no more road available, which is a bit of a pain. Can we have him, like, come straight down? That looks a bit too low for this car. Oh, wow, it's not. But that is just bad. Okay. Oh, I have a feeling like this is just going to be one where we have to get the angle right for this guy so that he lands nicely on the road and doesn't fall horribly to his death. And then we have to set it up so we can pick this up and have it connect. I think we're doing this right. Maybe. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we just need some hydraulics to pull that one up. And maybe have to lower this one a little bit. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. The whole thing breaks. I think that one might be causing some breakage. Yes. Okay. That's good. We don't want it to contract quite as much. And we want that to be maybe a little bit lower down. And we might have a winning solution right off the bat here. Well, I said right off the bat. Okay. Not quite right off the bat. Maybe a little less on the lift-up department. I think we're going in the right way there to make it a little... what caused that break? Okay, so that guy's gonna finish. Oh, okay, it's this here. Let's put a bit more... Let's do like this. That is over budget. But now the road shouldn't move. It doesn't. But now he breaks. Let's do this with wood. Let's put the road back. Let's do a little bit of woodworking. Don't want to do that. Like this. That should hopefully, again, stop the thing from breaking. It does. Please don't break. Oh, you poo face. Why? We do have these anchor points back here, which I think are maybe recommended for, like, cables. Maybe I can put wood here. We are getting close to being really over budget, which I don't like. Hopefully those cables do something. Ooh, almost. Almost. Let's try and move that out just a little bit. Try and make it so he maybe doesn't hit this first road. You couldn't have done like a flip. You couldn't have made it cool. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Not quite. Close, my friend, but nowhere near. What? What? You've got this. Don't hit it, please. Please, 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 please. Ooh, you are so kind. You are a big douchebag. Okay, let's get rid of these. And then let's just, like, strengthen the bottom here. Let's just, like, steel. Does that work? Works a bit better. I think our angle's just off now. If we can get that angle that we were on earlier where it kind of landed, I think we might be good to go. So I think now it's just a kind of a case of tweaking this road ever so slightly to get it back to where it was originally. Maybe replacing that wood with some steel again. But then maybe we'll be good to go. I'm going to put this at like full speed. Maybe just like straight up. That's like more of a jump than a slow, gradual. Yeah. He is gonna hit that without a doubt. Okay. Good news is he can't break the road. Bad news is he can't get under it. Oh, really? We just need that perfect angle again. So this guy right here lands like that. Please. Oh, what? How? How are you not able to succeed here? You, my friend, have the world's silliest car. Okay, let's lower that and let's make sure that doesn't come anywhere near as high up. Okay, I have faith now. That is not faith. Can you get under that? No. So let's bring that up. Let's bring that back just a little bit. Like 87 territory. You give it a slight bump on the way through there. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? It's not it. It's not it. Okay, maybe a little higher. I'm thinking maybe a little higher will allow it to go over and then onto. Yes! Yes! We did it! We did it! That is the last one. Oops! You've reached the end of the current campaign levels, but don't worry! More levels will be coming very soon. You can download more levels at the Steam Workshop too! Oh, we did it, guys. We did it.